hope you're having a good Wednesday. Just to double checking my audio levels, as I always unfortunately have to do, even though I got it wrong last week. Let's just double check. Yep, there we go. Oh, as well, I promise to try and keep my microphone on this time and not manage to mess it up by having myself on mute. But any meantime, right then, here we go. Round 3 of the Legends League. We will start with just cracking on with it, really. Basically, Appa here in first place in the Sylvia. Mr. Phelps, I'm guessing that's a new driver to the league. He wasn't here last week. Is in second in another Sylvia. Spider in a Jag here in third. Campo in the McLaren in fourth. The old crawler and the resplendent looking bright yellow Subaru Scooby. Souza in a Mazda. The Big Mac is back in town in a Honda here in seventh. Frank Castle here in a Lambo in eighth. The Dodger in a Ferrari back in ninth. Rocky Rich in an Aston. Oh, Aston. Yes, we like Astons. Back here in 10th. Beer Phil. Struggled in the Alpha in qualifying, obviously, because Beer Phil was doing really well last week. Back here in 11th. Sixpenny Guitar in a Toyota Supra. Nice livery there. Big Simey. He wants it up the arse and loves beer. In a Datsun in 13th, Ricky Bobby in a Subaru, Mark back here in 15th in a Lambo, boring livery, but we'll give you 10 out of 10 for effort, and Wooders back here in a Dodge. Yay! Talking about this with my teammates, Dodges are the way. They're a really good car. Hopefully you can prove me right in this race, Wooders. Unfortunately, with you qualifying 16, it might be a bit difficult, but it's nice to see a big full field here as we crack on with race 3 even here at jump start there from Phelps and Spider, which is just going to allow Appa to get far and away off the line, but Appa's not really had a great start either, and Campo, you can see there, got up to second place as they stream through the tunnel. Remember, this is the commentary where I'm going to make the names of the corners up. We'll just call this Train Straight, because there we go, you've got the train at the background back there. Lovely, glorious sights as we come down to the first corner, which is going to be, they took the words out of my mouth. It is, where should we go? I've not checked this race out at all. Let's have a look, see what happens. But we're going to have one massive pile of, oh dear, Spider. Spider actually took it quite easy then, but you can see absolutely destroyed. It's going to be hard to unpack this one, let's be honest. There's a lot going on. So Spider backs out. Let's try and do one more time. Let's go forward a bit. So Spider backs out a little bit, trying to do the right thing here. Gets a little front there from Frank. And then it's all just kicking off this complete mayhem here. Cars going sideways, destroyed. Oh, it might have been that Lambert. Oh, it's just carnage everywhere. It might have been Frank which caused the pilot, but I don't mean to point fingers or anything. But let's have a quick look again. Frank goes way up there. Oh, no, take it back. There was carnage going on before all of that anyway. Which is just allowed Rocky Rich in the Aston to get up to 6th place. Oh, well done, Rich. You managed to avoid all of that. Let's have a quick look how you managed to avoid all of that. Carnage at turn 1. It's always a tricky place to race here. Turn 1 is always a difficult place to go, but there you go. Rocky Rich up to 1st place. Let's hope that's the last of the shenanigans. There's Appa now in the Sylvia. Place, don't know if Nissans were born in Tokyo, but not home race for the Nissan drivers, I guess. I don't think we've got anything like Suzuka. Oh, of course we've had Fuji though, haven't we? Anyway, as I waffle on under the Maxwell Bridge, Appa's now trying to extend his lead. It's a fast-flowing circuit, this. It's a really nice circuit. Oh! Looked like the old crawler has been taken then. Let's go back to the old crawler. It looked like he's gone a bit sideways, coming into this corner here. The Dodger gives the crawler... No, doesn't give him a little nudge. Oh, no, Rocky Rich gives him a little nudge. Forcing the Aston through there. A little bit rough, I have to say. As the old crawler comes back. Oh, and then gets another little ram up the backside from Frank Castle in the Lambo. So, kicking off big style. A bit rough house today at the Legends lead. But Campo here got a lovely little drive. Caught right back up into the slipstream of Appa. Coming into the braking zone of, what should we call this? Square hairpin. Because it kind of like squares off in the middle of that hairpin. Nicely smooth back onto the power there comes Campo. Always like in the McLaren. I tell you he's a McLaren, I must have missed that. I can't remember if I said he was in the McLaren or not. You can't really see it either. I was hoping to go to the interior view of the McLaren, because look, you get a lovely, I think that's the sexiest in cockpit view. Got a nice little run down here though. Starting to get into the slipstream of Appa. It's going to be, he's still got revs to spare as well as a train to a Hockenau goes over the head. Yep, here we go. So Campo got a lovely slipstream there. Can he hang on to first place into turn one? They're not going to hit each other. Oh, too late. Appa's just giving Campo a little bit of a nudge. That might have been just a lag spike though, because it all doesn't seem to be put off too much. But there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4 now through. Frank has got up past Rocky Rich. Rocky Rich back in 6th place. Beerfield got up through the field. Big Simey. Yep, everyone's streaming through now. If you look at the map there at the top right, you can see that everyone's there or thereabouts, apart from not a Spider, the Big Mac. The Big Mac's had some sort of issue back here in last place in the Honda. In the meantime, up front here of Campo, leading the charge through this. The S-bend here is really about the only tricky point mid. Oh, that's not that S-bend either. He's already gone past it. There's another nice S-bend up here. Appa's looking quite tasty there behind Campo. And this time is it going to be Appa's turn to get into the slipstream of Campo. Coming down the hill to square hairpin. Heavy braking zone. Sousa's trying to get in on the party. And oh, as Campo's gone really wide, taking all the cones. Just allowed Appa now to get back up into first place. But Campo, you can see here, is right in the slipstream of Appa. Might have been worth him just to hang off there and do it at the slipstream. Because I'm pretty sure Appa's now going to get a chance to out slipstream Campo back into the lead. But in the meantime, 5 minutes gone, well 4.5 minutes gone, Campo's in first place, Appa's in second. Sousa's trying to get up to this party, or catch up to this party on racing mediums. It's a low tyre wear circuit. It might, unless that, what is that? Is that the Lexus? It was really heavy on tyres. It might have missed a trick then by being racing mediums. The Dodger's in full. Frank Castle is in 5th place. Coming through the Tokyo night sky, that looks glorious. Rocky Rich in the Aston up to 6th still. With the Alpha probably struggling to keep up to that Aston. Yeah, struggling to keep up in that Aston. But it's great under braking there. You can see he's caught really closely up to Rocky Rich. Let's come around. I'd say that's the main sort of hairpin, even though that's quite squared off as well, isn't it? Or should we call the first hairpin square hairpin and the last one hairpin? Yeah, we'll do that. That's square hairpin. So, M. Phelps, Michael Phelps, the swimmer. Maybe, perhaps. He was American, wasn't he? Or was he Australian? Here's that little tricky section. And you can see that Phelps got it wrong. Oh, old Crawler's been muscled out there from Sixpenny Guitar. A little bit rough again. Everyone seems to be picking on. Oh no, the old crawler, yeah, he's cut up the inside here. It's all well and good into this heavy braking zone. Both leave it a bit too late. Oh no, they both take a safe. There wasn't a sixpenny at all. They both left the braking a bit too late, which is just allowed Spider and Jag to come and take old crawler back up into 11th place now. So crawler's unfortunately making his way to the back of the field. Not the place you want to go. It's meant to be a bit further up front, mate. So, a little bit as you are at the moment. The field's starting to settle down now, getting into the swing of things. Here we go. Campo's gone very wide again at the hairpin, as you call it. You can see Appa's just got tucked up underneath as well. But Campo in McLaren is going to go across the line at the moment in first place. Pretty sure that Sylvia, though, is going to be in the slipstream. In the meantime, Sousa's desperately still trying to catch these two, but the two up front, they're slipstreaming each other. You're on board with Appa. See if he can make an impression on that McLaren in the slipstream. He's got the revs for it. Certainly got the opportunity. No, stay in the slipstream, stay in the slipstream. There you go. You can see he's starting to close in on the race leader. Can he get in front, or at least side by side, by the first corner? Of course he can. There we go. Both drivers screaming down out to turn one at the square hairpin. Both ease off very well. So they're through cleanly. So Sousa, even though he's on racing mediums. The Dodger, Frank Castle, Rocky Rich. So see, everyone's strung out at the moment, just trying to find it. Here's back one. Here it is. Michael Phelps taking a break from swimming and joining us here at the racing. Fending off Beerfield. Beerfield picked up a penalty. I'm guessing that was probably at the hairpin by cutting out too much of the inside of the track. Ooh, getting just a little bit too late on the brakes there was Beerfield. Now, Rocky Rich has dropped back to oh no, it's Ricky Bobby. Sorry, my mistake. Backs off there, does Ricky Bobby. Could have gone a little bit more flat out. Oh, the old crawler's gone again. Oh dear, disaster for the old crawler. What's happened here? So old crawler having a bit of a rough race, by saying that quickly. Scrapes the barrier all by himself, punts the front. Oh, it's going to have a huge damage at the front there. Hopefully the driver's okay. I'm sure the seatbelt works all right, but he's managed to damage the back of the car. Good crashing. Good crashing there from the old crawler. It's just dropped him further and further back. He's still quite a long way ahead of Mark and Wooders in the Dodge. Come on, Wooders. That Dodge is a quality car. You can make it work. Okay, maybe not. There we go. So, in the meantime, Appa now back out in front. He's got past Campo. He's got a little bit of a gap now coming down. The start finish straight. Listening to the noise of these cars in the tunnels. Silver doesn't sound particularly great. McLaren's okay. But Sousa still hasn't made an impression on the guys in front. So, just looking at the... Oh, there's a change of position back here. It's here with Rocky Rich in the Aston. Side by side with Michael Phelps. Coming down this Tokyo Expressway. Oh, the Aston can't quite make it stick. So Rocky Rich has decided to tuck in under Michael. Coming around to square hairpinners. Michael Phelps hits the barrier. It's just like a good opportunistic move there from Rocky Rich. Can he keep it pointing in the right direction? Oh, but no, he's scrubbed off too much space. And you can see Michael Phelps has regained 6th place. So it's nice little squabble going on here, and Rocky Rich has got damage at the front left as well. That could have been his moment. Let's go back here to Ricky Bobby, who's side by side with Beerfield, the two 4x4s. Subaru versus Alpha. Let's go on board with Beerfield from a cockpit point of view. See if he's struggling to Very hard place to overtake this one. Coming into the left kink. This is a very fast left kink up to the S's. You can see the... Oh, what's that going on? Oh, Spider's joined the party. Didn't realise Spider was there. Let's go on board with Spider. Spider in the Jag. Watching this group. Nice little battle brewing here. As Ricky Bobby's gone wide. Spider's trying to go through the cones. Oh, someone's come off. Let's pause it there. Someone is off. Let's go rewind it a little bit. Let's come back to this. But someone up front has binned it at the hairpin. None of these guys in front, so it must be Mr. Phelps here. Oh, he's left. Oh, no. Oh, no. Someone has binned it round the corner here. So it looks like it might have been the Dodger. Coming into the hairpin. Does he lose it all by himself? Comes round it. No, it's Campo. Campo's lost it. What happened to Campo? He's having such a good race as he comes down to the hairpin. Here we go, on board with Campo. Does he just light up the rear wheels? He lights up the rear wheels. Oh, stops it in time. Reverses. Dodge manages to miss him. Frank Castle manages to miss him as well. So, people losing places now. But in the meantime, Michael Phelps keeps it in front of Rocky Rich, and it also looks like Beer Phil made the move there on. Let's go back to Beer Phil. Here we are on board with Beer. This is where we were. So Beer Phil then, the Spider just behind. Yellow flags. Oh, so yellow flags still waving. Does that mean that Beer Phil is going to get a penalty? Technically, he went past the yellow flag there. A penalty's not appeared. Still not appeared. I think he's got away with one there. Because if you look at that again, there's a yellow flag waving just to the right. So what? Oh, this is a strange one. I saw a yellow flag somewhere. Let's have a look. See if we can spot it. There, yellow flag. Overtaking specifically, but it's gone. There's the yellow flag to the right there. Well, either he's timed that perfectly, or I think he's just got away with that one a little bit. Doesn't look like the game is going to penalise him for overtaking on the yellow. But however, let's have a look. Let's stay with the Alpha because he's now in top gear. I don't think the Alpha has got great top end speed. He might be picking up a slipstream there from the Aston Martin in front. Topping out 150. Oh, he's going a bit fast now. As you can see though, Ricky, it's up to 157. Side by side with the Alpha. The Alpha does suffer top end. And it's just allowed the Subaru to get past, doing a 160 now. Can a Beer Phil make a comeback up underneath? No, he can't. Nice battle here. Beer Phil trying to find a way through. Oh, as Ricky Bobby goes wide, side by side again with the Alpha. The Alpha's drifted wide. Oh, he's just managed to hang on. Good squabbling by the Legends League boys here. Let's just quickly see how things are. So Alpha's still out in front. As Tiffany would say, I think we're alone now. And he's proven it by being so far in front. You can't see the cars behind at the moment. Coming up to the S-Bends. Yep, still quite distant. Sousa's had a quiet race in second place now. You can see there's a squabbling going on here between the Dodger and Frank Castle, and the Lambo versus Ferrari, two of the top cars to be in this season. Battling hard, coming down the hill into the hairpin. Let's go on board with Frank. See if we can see how he manages this. Ooh, bails out, but makes it stick. God, so Was that just a case of the Ferrari braking too soon? Oh, an absolute blinder move there from Frank. In the meantime, though, let's just put Frank up into third place. Now, the Lambo, definitely one of the quickest cars this season. Also being chased by this Ferrari, which is also pretty damn good in the straight line. He's just about within slipstream distance. You can see the Lambo here getting up to one. It's always quicker than that. It's only got to 160, 61, 62. The Ferrari's got the slipstream, but not quite close enough to make any move on Frank as we come to square hairpin. Backs out of it a little bit. So, right, let's go through the field then. Halfway through, Appa out in first place. Coming up under the Walter C bridge. All on his own, he's not under pressure from anyone. Second place is Souza. He's quietly getting the job done. Shame he's not on racing soft tyres, because he might have been able to make an impression on Appa I'll get my words out. A little bit further up, but these two squabbling now over third place. It looks like the Dodge caught right back up to Frank Castle in third place. Trouble is, it's a difficult place to pass. This is a fast left. Don't even really need to brake. You can just coast on that bit. The Lambo's pulled away a bit further more from the Dodge. Coming to the S-bends. Right, so the Dodge is in fourth. Campo, who was in second place, now dropped back to fifth. Michael Phelps keeping ahead of all the squabbles behind him is the sixth place. But then we got a gaggle of drivers here. Ricky Bob is still in seventh. Rocky Rich in eighth. Sixpenny Guitars joined the party. Beer Phil is still there. Spider's still there. So Sixpenny Guitars just joined up to this gaggle of drivers. Who's that? Oh, Spider's got damage though. Backs out of it early though into the turning. Oh, that's just lag. Just lag. So we've got up to Phil, who's not lagging. See if we can watch this group come through. So fuel's starting to go down. Also, it might be worth people remembering to, if they're going to be held up, now might be a time to pit. But everyone's gone through so far on board here with Beer Phil and the Alpha, enjoying this tow from the Supra, getting up to 160, which is more than the Alpha's really capable of. Is Beer Phil going to try and make a move out though from the slipstream? And also we've got to see if Rocky Rich can hang on in front of from Ricky Bob here. They're side by side into turn one. So is Beer Phil. Oh, look at this, side by side, four drivers. Oh, no one touches. Great stuff there. Rocky Rich though regained seventh place. Sixpenny Guitars got past Ricky Bobby. Up to eighth place. Ricky Bobby, Beer Phil, and Spider's really on a charge. It looks like he's gone past Beer Phil with ease in the Jag. Coming into this is a horrible corner. It's actually quite nice if you get it right. But they're all through cleanly. Through. Beer Phil's regained the 10th position for Spider. Good move there from Beer Phil. And Big Mac is now. Look at this. Big Mac's joining the party. Where's Big Simon? He's dropped. He's a bit too far off the pace. So's the Old Crawler, but Old Crawler's got Mark for company. Wood has just been into the pits and just come back out. So 17 minutes gone. Sousa's leading the charge. Probably stay a little bit longer. Sorry, not Sousa. Appa's leading the charge. Here's Sousa. Everyone's sort of starting to close back up again. 1, 2, 3 is pretty stationary. The Dodge has not really gained on anyone. Phelps has pulled away from Campo a little bit, but then we got this battle royale back here. Rocky Rich, Sixpenny Guitar, and the rest. We'll just leave it here. I have a quick drinks break and try to remember to put my microphone back on after I've finished. And we're back. This video is sponsored by Audi Coffee. This is the cheapest coffee money can buy. It's also rather nice as well. So who's this on fumes? Ricky Bobby's on fumes. He's probably got enough there for another lap. Hope he remembers to come into the pit. It's a high squabbling budge. Oh, a little bit of a nose nudge there from Spider. It's just allowed, yeah, that little nudge just allowed the Mac to take Spider, come under the Bullet Express bridge. So Spider's dropped back. It's a competitive race here in the middle. Who are with Appa now? Where is he on this circuit? He is coming down the hill to the hairpin. Should be pitting in. As you can see, he's barely gone through those racing soft tyres, so it's definitely a very low tyre wear circuit. Sousa again having a very quiet race. He's still in second. It looks like he is being caught from Frank Castle though. So this looks like this is the lap where everyone's going to be diving into the pits. Let's go right with Appa. Is he going to be coming into the pits this lap? He sure is. So there's Appa into the pits. Sousa should be coming into the pits as well. There he is. So is Frank Castle. So 1, 2, 3 into the pits. Michael Phelps, is he coming into pits? Yep, there we go. Is anyone going to stay out? Rocky Rich. Now up to 5th place in the Aston. Sure, he'll be coming into the pits as well. As Appa's just coming out of the pits now. There goes Rocky Rich in. The Big Mac's in. Ricky Bobby is in. Yeah, they're all coming in. Spider's in. The Dodge isn't coming in though. Interesting. Oh, he's already pitted. I must have missed that. So on a fresh set of tyres there. I think he pitted the lap before. Must have missed it. Back out in 3rd place. And how far away is he from Frank Castle? Here's Frank Castle. Coming up to square hairpin. So it looks like everyone's been into the pits then. So we shall run through the field with 9 minutes to go. Appa still out in front. He's not pulling away that much from the group behind. He's still like 10 seconds ahead. But he's had the race all to himself so far. That's for sure. So Appa out in front. 1st place. Frank Castle here in 2nd. Fought his way through the field, to be fair. Has done very, very well. The Dodge had a quiet race, is in 3rd. Sousa, now what? Oh, that's why. I was about to say, Sousa was cruising around in 2nd place and suddenly has dropped back to 4th, but I can see what it is. He's filled the car up with fuel. He didn't need to do that. He's lost a lot of time because of that, which has just put him right back into the grips of, you can see there, Michael Phelps has got half a tank, whereas Sousa's got near full tank. Rookie error there from Sousa. Anyway, these boys 4th and 5th. It looks like Michael Phelps is going to make a attempt at 4th place here. Coming into the braking zone. No. Sousa's got it under control as well. So is Michael Phelps. Oh, Sousa's drifted a bit wide, but actually the wide line might actually be the fastest, but it's going to be hard for Sousa to hold off Michael Phelps in the slipstream. So Campo has now just dropped all the way back to 6th place. Oh, I've got to charge my controller. Just bear me a second. There we go. So oh, this is interesting. This is straight, as you can see, is Michael Phelps has taken Sousa. Sousa's back to 5th now. But what I was about to say about Campo, he's got a full tank of fuel, which he doesn't need, and he's also still got. Looks like he's still got the same set of tyres he started the race with. So he's come into the pits and put far too much fuel on, which is, and again, a little bit of a rookie error. Not changing the tyres is a good thing to do. That's a good tactical move, but if he didn't have the extra fuel on board, where is he on the map? If he didn't have the extra fuel on board, he'd probably be right up where these two boys are, Michael Phelps and Sousa. Come through the... Oh, I love this. Good camera work there. So everyone at the moment, seems like everyone, since all the pit stops, it's broken the field up. Everyone seems to be a little bit isolated. Different mistakes being made. Spider's back here. He's still battling with Beer Phil. Spider looks like he's got less fuel than anyone. There's only 6 minutes to go, so I'm sure he's got enough left in the tank. So there's Beer Phil. There's old Crawler and Ricky Bobby. So why is Ricky Bobby falling back so far? Two Subaru drivers, Linus Stern. Oh, Crawler's been beaten up left, right and centre this race, but he's managed to keep it together, gain a few places in the... Oh, hang on there, what's happened here? Beer Phil was really quite close to Spider then. Yeah, here we go. Beer Phil was chasing Spider down. On racing mediums. Why is he on racing mediums? He's made a pit stop to change to racing mediums. Oh, that's a tactical error. And now he's picked up a damage, because I've got a feeling he probably thought he could race the same lines as he was on racing softs, but he's not. He's on racing mediums. It's really affecting his speed now. So you can see the old Crawler now can sniff the exhaust fumes of Beer Phil just up the road. There goes Beer Phil. Here comes our Crawler. Coming down to the hairpin. I wonder if Crawler's going to be close enough to get into the slipstream of Beer Phil. Not quite enough. Right, and so let's go back. 5 minutes to go. A little bit as you are at the moment. You can see there, look at the map there at the top right. Literally the field is properly strung out. I think the only battles that are going on at the moment would be right at the back of the field here. Yeah, Rocky Rich. Something's happened to Rocky Rich as well, because he's dropped well off the pace. Mark's coming into the pits. So why has Rocky Rich dropped off the pace? Right, I'm going to go back 1 lap, 2 laps. Here we go, Rocky Rich. This is not, it's too far. Let's go forward. Just see what happens to Rocky Rich, because he's gone up to 5th, suddenly lost it, went into the pits. Here he goes, into the pits. Let's forward a little bit more. Comes out of the pits in 9th place. Oh, he's overfueled it, that's what it is. He's overfueled it. He's going to get into a battle here with Ricky. So he's lost some time from that. Oh, there looks like there was an issue. Here we go. Oh, that's what it was. There we go. Oh, disaster. It was no one's fault either. You can see what happens here. Look, Ricky Bobby gets it wrong going into turn 1. Rocky Rich trying to avoid it all. Tries to keep out of his way and gets caught up in Ricky Bobby's accident. Ricky Bobby does the right thing, waits, just put poor old Rocky Rich back to 10th place. I've got a feeling he's going to lose more places as well, so we'll go back on a lap now. So here we go. Rocky Rich is back in 13th after all that said and done. Anyway, so we've got 7 minutes to go now. It was 5, but we'll carry on from here. Appa through. Where are we on the circuit? Halfway through the circuit. Come around this really fast Ooh, still pushing hard though. Maybe a little bit too hard. Coming up the hill towards the S-bends. Where's Frank Castle? Well, Frank's got a bit of damage. Oh, that's just allowed. It's allowing the Dodger to catch back up a little bit. We're looking at these two as well as Michael Phelps. Oh, he's pushing it. Yeah, here we go. Sousa. There's that little scrub there. It's just allowed Sousa to close the gap on Michael Phelps again. He's definitely within slipstream distance now. If he can just get maybe car's length further up the road. Can he do this under braking? On board with Sousa. What's he? I think he's in the Lexus, isn't he? Unfortunately, still got a full tank of fuel, so it's going to make him a little bit sluggish off the line. But it looks like he should be able to keep in the slipstream of the car in front. He's at the Mazda, it's the Atenza. So we'll watch these boys coming down the main straight. Just another little drink. So you can see Sousa is reeling in the Silvia in front. Not going to be close enough, I don't think, to make anything happen at turn one though, but he's definitely really within shout now. Caught right back up with 25 minutes gone. Michael Phelps gone very defensive there at square hairpin. Sousa's really caught very well to catch up. Probably kicking himself that he's back in fifth though, but trying to gain as much back as he's lost. Come back to this in a minute. Campo still cruising around in sixth on his own. Six being Guitar is on his own. Who's that coming up behind? Spider in the Jag. In the laggy Jag. Just a bit too far off. Biff, Phil and Earl Crawler still at it, nose to tail. Ricky Bobby trying to catch in on the action. There's Ricky Bobby. And the Big Mac, they were all close. He's on racing mediums as well though, so all these boys are racing, oh no, there feels on racing mediums, don't get it. Don't know why you're on racing mediums, mate. Should have been on softs for this last stint. So, let's go back to the front then. We have got 3 minutes to go. Where are we on the circuit? We are with Appa, and he's coming down the main straight. So Appa looks like he's going to have to do 2 more laps. So it's a long lap here. He's crossing the line now. Where are we? Has he crossed the line? There we go. He's just crossed the line now. And still 3 minutes to go. So Appa's going to have to do another lap. Another 2 laps, I should say. Frank, can he see Appa? That might be the first time anyone could have seen the race leader for a long time. Can you see any headlights? Appa's just coming up to the braking zone of turn 1, just up ahead. No, still can't quite see them. And the Dodge is now in third place. He can just about, there you go, you can just see the headlights of Frank Castle going into square hairpin. Just around the corner. So 1, 2, 3, a little bit too far away from each other. Let's go through this view as we find Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, still hanging off onto fourth. So Sousa's lost a bit of ground there, even though he's really close at the last hairpin. Something's gone wrong, didn't get the right traction or something, but Sousa's dropped back off from Michael Phelps and is running out of time now. There's 2 minutes to go. Campo here in the tyre-friendly McLaren. Could have been so much further up the field. Just done a smash and dash rather than filled that to the brim. Sixpenny Guitars again, quietly getting it done in 7th. Look at the map at the top right. You can see everyone's pretty spaced out. And I'm not saying that it's because they're tyres, it's just literally on the track. Oh, Crawler's still keeping it in front of Beer Phil. Ricky Bobby can't quite catch up, and Ricky Bobby's on fumes, so hopefully he's got enough fuel for one more lap. The Big Mac was in amongst this, but again he's gone to racing mediums and overfueled the car and now damaged it. I had high hopes for Rocky Rich in the Aston. He was up thereabouts, but again, because of that unfortunate collision with a crashing Ricky Bobby, it's all it's taken to put him all the way back to 15th. Big Simey on racing mediums. I don't know whether he's pitted or not actually. Might not have pitted, but he's lapping a good 4 seconds off the pace. Mark's damaged the car with a massive amount of fuel on board. Wooders. Okay, Wooders, nice try, mate. Put this down to learning experience, Wooders, but the Dodge, that is a great car. You'll get there, you'll get there. But he's now been waved the blue flag, because this will be, I'm just looking at the time, 15 seconds. Some of the drivers near the back won't finish this lap. 6 seconds, the Mac is through. Sorry, Rocky Rich is just about going to, no, it's not Rocky Rich. It's finished in 13th place. Big Simey will finish in 14th. Mark is going to finish in 15th. Where is he on the circuit? I was just coming down to the hairpin. And Wooders will finish in 16th place, which just leaves, here we go, Appa got out in front, going through the S-bends, cruising around now, coming down the hill, got out in front and is basically masterfully just had an easy time avoiding all of the shenanigans going on behind him. Flames spitting out of that Nissan. Coming round the final hairpin for the last time, could probably cruise it home from here. Not had any. Let's hope he doesn't run out of fuel actually. No, he's not going to run out of fuel. He could coast home from there. It's getting very low though, but here we go for the win. Race 3, great drive there from Appa in first place. Well done, Appa. Frank Castles had to battle his way through the field. He's going to finish a very respectable second in the Lambo. The Dodger had a great race as well. He's on fumes, but he's going to finish in third place. Great ride there from the Dodge. Michael Phelps is in fourth. Sousa's probably kicking himself and disappointed with the fifth. And again, it's done it again where it's not giving me a chance to go through the entire field. Let me go through the entire field, please. Right, we'll go to the... Let's just go through the field one more time. So where were we? We were at Sousa in fifth place. Where is he on the track? Go forward a bit more. They were coming down the main straight, weren't they? Near the end here. So here we go. Sousa's round the hairpin. Sousa's going to finish in fifth. Campo is going to finish in sixth. I hope there's no one having a battle here at the very end, because it's going to be really disappointing if I'm not going to know who won here, because just like this. So Spider and Sixpenny Guitar at the last hairpin at the final bit. Is it going to let me finish and see who wins this? Because Spider's got the slip. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. No! Oh, answers on the postcard, please. What happened there? Last time, just go back to the end so I can just run through the rest of it as well. I'm going to pause it to where we were. So, silly game. So these boys, where are we on the circuit? They're coming around the hairpin. So I'm going to have to assume Sixpenny kept on to 7th place. Even though Spider might have had a slipstream, you're going to have to let me know, because it's not going to let me go any much further than this. Because let's look at that right at the very end of the recording. So Sixpenny Guitar maybe 7th, Spider 8th. Where are we? Oh, Crawler's 9th. He's on his own. He's kept it ahead of Beer Phil in 10th. The Big Mac finished in 11th. Ricky Bobby will finish in 12th. Rocky Rich will be in 13th. And Big Simey in 14th. And these boys have finished Mark, etc., further down the field. So, great race there. Shame we couldn't see the finish between Sixpenny and Spidey. So, right, that was race 1 of the evening. Let's go to race 2 of the evening. Tokyo again. Race 4 in total for the series. Talk amongst yourselves while you listen to the elevator music. There we go. Right then. Just pause it for a second before we get going. Put all the details on, and we shall just go through the field, because then we're also going to find out what happened with Sixpenny and Spider by the order of business here. But before we do, I'm going to put it on mute and have a quick drinks break, and remember to take it off mute this time. Off mute, there we go, a miracle. So again, full field here, and in reverse order, and we shall find this out just as I will when we go through the order, who finished between Sixpenny and Spider. Wooders is going to start in first place. Should get a good start here in the Subaru 4x4, this with a clear track in front of him. So Wooders would be in first in the Subaru. Mark in a McGann here in second place. Big Simey, I'm Simon, in third. Rocky Rich here in another Scooby in fourth. Ricky Bobby in an Aston, nice car, in fifth. The Big Mac here in a Sylvia in seventh. Beer Phil in another trophy, McGann trophy here in seventh. Old Crawler in a Datsun here in 8th place. Spider, so Spider didn't get it past Sixpenny Guitar by the start finish straight. So Spider's here in 9th in an Alpha. Sixpenny Guitar is in 10th, so obviously finished 7th, and Spider 8th in that last race. Campo in a Lambo here in 11th. Souza in another Scooby in 12th. Michael Phelps in a Toyota Supra here in 13th. The Dodge in a McLaren here in 14th. Frank Castle in a Honda, in a nice looking Honda actually. I have to say I love the Golf livery, in 15th. And Appa in an Alpha back here in last place for the start of race 2. So here we go then, chaps. Hold on to your seats, because this circuit is more challenging than the last one. Same sort of long straights, but the corners are tricky and it's a little bit narrower. So let's see if Wooders can get... Oh, he's got a jump start. Oh, Wooders. Disaster, Wooders. No. Oh, man. I was just about to say, this is your moment of glory, Wooders. And he's just been swamped by the field already. There's Wooders. He's down to 5th. Does it go up to the front? So we've got Rocky Rich side by side. Is everyone going to get through? They are. Rocky Rich in the Subaru side by side with Mark, coming down to square hairpin. I call it a 50p hairpin actually, because it's got so many corners in it. Oh, this could be painful. Let's see, does everyone get through? No, they don't get through. Someone's gone smashing through. Oh, that looked like. No, I'm going to have to go back further than that. I know which car it looked like. It looked like the Mac. Here we go, on board with the Mac. That's the view I want. Does he just get his braking wrong? No, he doesn't. It looks like, oh dear, it looks like Wooders got it completely wrong. Just caused mayhem. Yeah, Woodens is going to get it wrong. He's going to ram it up the inside of the Mac there. Just punts everyone wide. Causes a big pile up there. Everyone's trying to get through now. Rocky Rich, smoke it. There they are. Mark, this is quality. Oh dear, chaos at the chaos at the start of that one. But to be fair, Mark, that was you going straight into the barrier. Is everyone safely kind of through? Oh, everyone's through, but there's damage to everyone. Let's have one last look as everyone comes screaming down here into turn one. Just needs someone to get their braking slightly wrong, and that's what happened. So Ricky Bobby's backing off, letting everyone sort themselves out. Oh, even the boys at the back got it wrong as well. Oh, goodness me, poor old Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby was trying to be careful there. But it looks like Frank Castle on the Dodge get it wrong as well. Let's go look at the Dodge. Let's go all the way back to the boys at the back, because it looked like the Dodge was punted from behind, maybe from Campo. Let's have a quick look from here. Yep, no, that was Campo's got it horribly wrong as well. So complete chaos. Turn one, it's a battle of survival, trying to find their way through. As Mark goes straight into a barrier. Oh, Rocky Rich is squeezed there, which is just allowed. In the end, whilst it's all shaken down, Big Simey is through into first place in his demolition derby here at Tokyo on Racing Mediums. Biff Phil's got all the way through from the back. He wasn't at the back, was he? He was fairly high up. He's up to third place, and he got excited then. But the old Crawler's managed to keep it clean. He's in second. Biff Phil in third. Sousa's fourth. Oh, this car's going side by side. That's a horrible place to go side by side in. You can see it's just causing chaos and mayhem behind as everyone's streaming down to a proper hairpin here. Oh, it's Michael Phelps. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I could see that one coming. Good punting from Michael Phelps, unfortunately. He's gaining on these cars in front of. They're all squabbling to keep on track. Just gets his braking wrong. He's gone screaming past everyone. Only starts to brake at the 75 mark. Smashes Rocky Rich off. Does wait, and you can see the Rocky Rich trying to lay down a smoke screen to make sure no one can see where they're going, so he can keep his position. Just about manages it. Those smoke canisters working well there on that Subaru. Oh dear, you can see all that coming. The Big Mac's trying to race closer to Rocky Rich, just nibbles the back end of that car coming through this. I hated this section. Well, I didn't hate the section. I always felt like I could go faster than I actually was. There's another punt there. Who's that from? That's from Appa. Gave Spider a little punt. Driver's desperately trying to settle down into this race. So let's go back up front. I'm Simon's out in front. Big Simon, he's brought an entourage with him. Coming to start the beginning of lap 2 now. They've already started lap 2, haven't they? Yeah, they've already started. Coming down to the hairpin of death. Here we go. People are going to get their braking points right this lap. Oh, 3 of them side by side into turn 1. Oh, I can hear them all squealing of brakes back there, but they've all managed to just about do it. Oh, Beerfield gets a little nudge here from Old Crawler. I think the Old Crawler's got a penalty as well. Campo's up through to 4th place. Oh, this is exciting stuff. Pretty sure, yeah, there we go. Old Crawler's got a penalty. So although he kept his position, he's going to lose a lot of time now to the cars behind. He's even taken the lead. But as soon as he gets to the point in the track where he's going to have to scrub that penalty off, I've got a feeling all 4 of those cars right behind him will be past him. It's going to be close. Coming down now to the second hairpin. Of call it hairpin 1 and hairpin 2. Oh, Big Simon is trying to find a way. Oh, that's gone deep. Sousa's gone deep into the braking zone. These boys, just keep it steady for now, chaps, because you'll be back into first place anytime soon. But the old Crawler's just pulled a little bit of a distance now between himself and Big Simon in second place. So let's see just how painful that penalty is going to cost him. Do you think it's going to lose him those 4 spaces to the cars behind? They're not squabbling if they keep it clean behind, which they haven't. I've just seen someone got off. Oh no, disaster. Sousa's been, I think he got sideswiped there. Oh no, got it wrong himself. Looked like the car in front just hit the, Big Simey hits the wall in front, all by himself. It's just where the point where Sousa was trying to be as well. It's just spun him round. Oh, disaster for these boys. As the rest of the field comes streaming through now. It's a good job these cars are built tough, because the amount of damage they're getting from everyone at the moment. Let's go back up front, because the old Crawler had that penalty to serve. It's just that he's got rid of it now, and he's only lost 1 spot after all of that. So Campo back out in front. Well, not back out in front, in front. Hopefully this race will start to settle down as the boys trying to remember their braking points. But the old Crawler's giving it some. He's looking up the inside in that Datsun, trying to go up the inside here of the Lambo. With the 50p hairpin. Comes right back on itself. Doesn't get a penalty this time. Oh, he nearly gets a penalty, maybe at the exit, old Crawler. Nope, he hasn't got a penalty. So Campo's leading the charge now in first place. Old Crawler's in second. Oh, Big Simon's scraping the wall again in third. So Big Simon third. The Big Mac is in fourth. The 2 biggies, third and fourth. Don't try and overtake in the tunnel. It's a really risky place to overtake. It's so easy to cause an accident. He thinks better of it, does the Big Mac. Looks like the old Crawler's thought better of it as well. The best place to overtake is at the braking zone. I don't think the old Crawler's close enough, or he might be. Let's go on board with the Crawler. Oh, looks like there's a bit of a lag. What happened there? It looked like there's a lag spike, which unfortunately meant that old Crawler punted the back of Campo and pushed him wide. Yeah, it wasn't. There was nothing malicious there, because it looked like the old Crawler was braking at the right spot. Is he going to let Campo back? No, he's not. Squeezes Campo. So he's on board with Campo. Punted a little bit wide. Manages to avoid going into the pits. Old Crawler comes out there and squeezes him into the barrier. That was a little bit cheeky. Slowed Campo up, so here now Campo's in second, Big Mac's in third. He's got a little run on Campo, but it's a difficult place to overtake, especially through this section here. I'm trying to go through the field, but it's so much happening up front here. Big Mac still can't find a way past Campo. So Big Mac's in third, Big Simon is in fourth, Michael Phelps is in fifth, followed closely by Beerfield, Rocky. Here comes the drivers. Here comes the boys. Line astern, behind each other. Very difficult track. Blind corners. Have to be really accurate. As Michael Phelps gets it wrong, I can see Beerfield gaining the spot now. Yep, Beerfield's got past Michael Phelps. So Beerfield's up to fifth. Michael Phelps sixth. Rocky Rich now 7th. Frank Castle, Appa Sousa. That sounds like a sauce. Appa Sousa. Coming down now to 50p. Hairpin. Oh, looks like Sousa might pick up a penalty there as well. He cut the inside. Yep, there we go. He cut the inside. I saw that. Nice delivery, but it's going to cost you even more time now. Spider's the same. He's gone too far inside. Sixpenny Guitar now. Whereabouts is he on the map? He's not too far behind this crowd. Ricky Bob is in 13th, and he's got the Dodger. God, it's alright. Battles all over the place. The Dodger Mark for company. Unfortunately, Woodard is a little bit off the pace. I'm not sure if he's had an incident or not, but he's quite a long way behind the rest of the boys. In the meantime, here we go. The old crawler's picked up a penalty. Where did the old crawler get that from? 3, 4. Oh, must have got it. Yeah, he got it from here. 1, 2, 3. So here we now come now down to the heavy braking zone. Looks like Campo should retake the position he had. Definitely doesn't really need to fight old crawler just here, because obviously with old crawler, with that serving that penalty, he'd take the position easy. But no, he's got out in front. Can he get the hammer down in that Lambo? He blocks the Datsun just like the Datsun did to him earlier. So good driving there from Campo. The old crawler now is bringing the Big Mac. The Mackie's back in town. Having a good race is the Mac. Does he come with fries? You never know. This now, if Campo can keep it clean, coming down the start-finish straight as the bullet train passes in the distance. These two boys are going to scrub off. That's only half a second, but that's going to give Campo breathing room. Look how much gap he's now got as these two boys get back up to speed. So the Big Mac's up to second. Campo can get that Lambo out of the hairpin, out of the slipstream. Ooh! Slipstream distance of the car behind. It's got a good chance of pulling away, because these two boys will be fighting each other now. So Campo's in first, the Big Mac second, the old crawler third, Michael Phelps is back up to fourth, Big Simon's down to fifth, Beerfield's up to sixth place, Frank Castle is in seventh, Appa's got through the field, the race winner from the last race, coming around the 50p hairpin is in 8th. Rocky Ridge, oh, there's a gaggle of drivers here. So Sousa's dropped back all the way to 11th now after that crash. Subaru, Alpha Subaru. Very, very tricky. It's a very tricky course. I feel like this course to me feels like a really fast Monaco. There is literally only about 1 or 2 places you can overtake where it's safe to do so. Other than that, it's a case of just try to race and stick close to the boys in front to hopefully they make a mistake. Coming into, this is one of the places to overtake. Oh, thought Spider was... No, he didn't. Spider's good, clean up the inside there. Rocky Ridge just drifted a bit wide, so Spider's up to 9th place. Rich down to 10th, Sousa's in 11th. Sixpenny Guitar obviously got caught up in the shenanigans of lap 1, sipping his iron brew in that car, trying to catch up to the boys in front. He's just behind the big line of cars. Mark shot back to 13th. Oh, straight into the barrier goes Mark. That's going to hurt in the morning. Ricky Bobby now in the Aston's caught right back up to Mark. The Dodgers back to 15th. The Dodgers pitted. Now that might be quite a cute thing to do. Rather than being held up, I'm not sure where the Dodge was in all of this, but he's pitted and looks like he's suited and booted possibly to the end. I have to figure out when he's only 10 minutes in. He's not too far behind everyone. Unfortunately, Woodard is back here racing his own race, and his calls like Subaru though. Right then, so back up front, Campo's kept his lead. Is he extending it? The Big Mac's in second. What's happened to the old crawler? The old crawler's fallen well back off now, the leading couple, and has now brought Michael Phelps along for the party. Coming through the tunnel. That Supra's very, very stable car. I tested it myself before the season. just didn't think it had quite the top end speed. It's certainly got better top end speed than my Suzuki Swift, that's for sure. But anyway, Michael Phelps looking up the inside here. Nice tidy line. Oh, the old quarters just bashed the barrier on the exit. On board here with Michael Phelps. I don't know if you are Michael Phelps, but it just says M Phelps, and it just reminds me of this swimmer. I do apologise if his name's not Michael. Here we go, through the S-bends. So you always feel like you can go a little bit faster than you actually are. But the fastest way is the clean, slower way, it feels to me. Oh! You can see a car up in front. That was the old crawler. Not the old crawler, it's the Big Mac. I'm assuming that's the Big Mac just up in front. Yeah, it is. The Big Mac still hasn't caught up to Campo. Just keep an eye on this battle here. I've got a feeling, yeah, a nice tidy line there from Mr. Phelps. Definitely in the slipstream of the old crawler there. He's got an opportunity to get up the inside of the old crawler in the Datsun. Here we go. Coming up to, oh yeah, definitely the guys up front. What's happened to Campo? Campo slowed right up. Campo had an issue. Good driving there for Michael Phelps, and the top four have closed right back up. Let's go back then to watch what happened to Campo. Oh, I didn't mean to go back a lap, sorry, go forward a lap. So Campo had a big lead here. Oh, he's bashed it already. So there's the Big Mac. So he's losing time. So he's not hit anything yet. Here we go. So start lap 7. He's hit the inside wall there. Strange place to lose it. So let's just forward it a little bit and a little bit more, and we get back to here. And as you can see, that little mistake has just cost Campo. Just allowed the Big Mac to catch right back up to Campo now. Unforced error. And now Campo and Big Mac have also got the battle from Michael Phelps and the old crawler catching back up as well. So that's your top 4. Coming back here to 5. Frank Castle's got through the field in that Honda. That's looking nice, that Honda. I do like that Golf livery. In 5th, Beerfield is in 6th. Spider is in 7th. Sousa's dropped back to 8th. Appa's still hanging around in 9th. Rocky Rich in 10th. Big Simon is side by side with Sixpenny Guitar, 11th and 12th. Sixpenny's caught up to the boys in front, is now making his way through the field up to 11th. Campo's into the pits. Michael Phelps is into the pits. So let's go back to the Dodger. Here's the Dodger. He came into the pits first. I think the Big Mac's already come out, hasn't he? I know he hasn't. Some of these boys will be not pitting, won't they? So we need to keep an eye on where was he? The old crawler's stayed out. The Big Mac has stayed out. Where's the Beerfield Spider stayed out? Sousa stayed out. Rocky Rich stayed out. Here we go. Sixpenny Guitar is stayed out. Campo stayed out. Where are the boys that pitted? Oh, I'm losing track of this. Where are the boys that pitted? So here we go. Appa's got, it's all kicking off. What is going on? Right, let's go back. I'm getting confused myself. Because it was Appa's in the pits. And he's come out with damage. What's happened there? He's got a 3-second penalty to start with. So he's obviously got something wrong with the pentry. Here we go. So Frank Castle has got a 3-second penalty. Phelps has got a 3-second penalty. Campo, that's what's confused me. Campo, who was leading the race, hasn't changed tyres, so he's now in 9th. Big Simey hasn't pitted, so there's got to be more pit stops. So Campo was the first of the pitters. Michael Phelps, Rocky Rich, Frank Castle, Appa's back here in 14th. Now the Dodge, where's the Dodge? He's still a bit too far off. Thought the Dodge might have got a nice little jump on the boys in front, but it hasn't quite worked out that way. There's Appa though, he's not that far behind. So it's gained him a few seconds at least. I'm pitting a bit early, even though these boys are now 14th and 15th. A lot of the field has still got to be pitting as Wooders comes into the pits. So currently the Big Mac is in the lead. He didn't pit, he stayed out one more lap. He still could conceivably stay out another lap after this as well. But now he's got rid of the cars around him. He might be able to get in 1 or 2 fast laps in before he needs to pit, but no, he's going, straight into the barrier. That's going to cost him. It might cost him a penalty as well. So's the old crawler. Beerfield coming in. No, Beerfield's staying out. So Beerfield takes the lead. Old crawler's in. Spider is now into second. He's not pitted. Sousa's into third. Here we go. So Sixpenny, don't think he's pitted either because he's not got a lot of fuel there. Big Simey's not pitted, I don't think. Here we go. So the Big Mac's now out, just in front of Campo. So it's worked just right in the favour of the Big Mac because he scrapes the car. The Big Mac's just damaged it. He's gained advantage. He might just be about to throw it all away. Through these S's. Oh, it looks like Campo's trying really too hard. But of course, Campo didn't change his tyres, just went for fuel. So we will start to suffer, and it's still quite a long way. I get my words right. Still quite a lot of the race to go. But these two boys' pit stops worked better than they did for the old crawler, because the old crawler's lost quite a lot of time on Campo and the Big Mac. He's got Michael Phelps with him for company as well. Michael Phelps has damaged the car. So God, these boys are really damaging their cars, aren't they? Going through the field. There's the Dodge is not too far off. Keep an eye on the Dodge because he pitted much earlier than everyone else. So everyone's pitted now up until. So Beerfield is going to have to pit. Spider's going to have to pit. Susan's going to have to pit. Simon's going to have to pit. So Sixpenny. So top 5 are going to have to pit sometime soon. So we keep an eye on the Big Mac. Well, I just have a drinks break to see where if Big Mac. Oh, he's got Campo right behind him now. But we'll see if these two boys come out in front of the pit, the guys who are coming into the pits. Here we go, so all the 5 in front have all come into the pits. Here comes the Big Mac coming out, rounds the turn and is taking the lead of the race. He's got Campo behind him, so now the race is settling down. With just over 10 minutes to go. The Big Mac is in the lead, Campo second, Michael Phelps is up to third, he's got past the old crawler. Beerfield's got penalties in 5th. Spider's in 6th. Frank Castle's in 7th. So all the boys coming out of the pits have rejoined just 6th, 7th, 8th. Susan's got a penalty. Again, probably pit entrance or pit exit, one of the two. Appa's only got up to 9th. There's quite a lot of cars in front of him, which he could gain some places here because he's obviously going to gain one more because Susan's about to go through a slowdown zone. So he's just gained on Sousa. He's also going to gain on Beerfield. You can see the McGann's still trying to get up to speed. As Appa's caught right back up to Beerfield. Keeps it clean. Has he got a nice run down here to catch up to Beerfield into the hairpin? Looks like he has. Oh, it's a change of position just up the road. Oh! Oh, contact! We got contact between the old crawler and Mr. Phelps. Oh, what happened here? So Mr. Phelps goes inside the old crawler. Well, that was that was really incidental. That wasn't anything malicious there. Again, that looks like a little bit lag. Let's go on board with the old crawler. Let's go to this view here, because you can see Michael Phelps comes across there and just ends up being sideways in front of the old crawler. But it's really the contact just before that, this bit here. So Michael Phelps, oh, I don't mean to do that, sorry. Michael Phelps goes up here. The old crawler, that was a really weird one, because the old crawler touches the rear of the Supra and it's kind of like pushes it the wrong way, which it shouldn't really do. It didn't look anything like that. Looked to me like more of a lag issue than it was anything else. But it's just that the old... Oh, someone else just smashed the barrier then, I heard. There's 6 penny guitars got back up to 11th now. Yeah, so that one looked more like lag than it did anything anything the old crawler did wrong, I have to say. But this battle's brewing big time. Campo's wrecking that Lambo in a desperate... Oh, yellow flag up ahead. Who's up ahead? I guess it was Wooders. What did Wooders do wrong? Coming into the hairpin. Oh, gets it wrong. It's going to go a bit too deep. Nearly goes into the pit. Oh, smacks the pit entrance. So this is just allowed... Well, it's a good job Campo wasn't close enough to overtake, even though it's a back marker. Oh, the Big Mac lit up the rear tyres, but you can see Campo's bashing that car to bits in his desperate attempt to get in front of the Big Mac. There's also, as you can see, the front left there is suffering big time. Might just need to rein in a little bit, as in he's trying not to be too aggressive. Look after those tyres. He's still got 9 minutes to go. Just put pressure on the Big Mac. And see if the Big Mac can make a mistake. So these two now out in front. The Big Mac and Campo. Oh, Crawler now in 3rd place. Michael Phelps still in 4th, even despite that incident with the old Crawler. And he's just about keeping it in front of Spider in 5th place. Frank Castle here in 6th. Appa's got up past Beer Phil. Slowly making his way through the field. Up into 7th. Beer Phil in 8th. Again, Beer Phil is on racing mediums. I wonder if he thinks that you have to change compounds. He did that last race as well. The Dodger and Susan 9th and 10th. See what happens here. The McLaren versus Subaru. Oh, a little bit of a bump in the margin, but it's all good. Rubbing is racing, as they say. Trying to make 2 cars go through one spot is difficult. Caesar's fighting back against the Dodger. I just saw that someone up in front has also just been given a penalty. Oh, Caesar's going around the outside. That's a difficult place to pass, but is he going to make it stick? No, not quite. Still side by side. Oh, no, they're not. Coming into the tunnel. Oh, you can see there's a whole gaggle of drivers behind as well. Let's go back here. Rocky Rich, and then we got this boy. This lot, 6 penny guitar. Big Simey, Rocky Rich, side by side in the tunnel. Not a good place to be, side by side in there. Rocky Rich. Sorry, Ricky Bobby, I should say. Coming down to the hairpin. He's too far off is Ricky Bobby. But Simon looks like he might have gone very deep there. Is Ricky Bobby going to take the position? They're side by side. No, it backs out of it. Right, and so back up front. The Big Mac pulled out a little bit of a gap now between himself and Campo. But Campo's really suffering on those front lefts. I think he might just have to give up hopes of winning and preserve those tyres, because you can see the old crawler is not a million miles away, so you might have to worry about the old crawler catching up. Michael Phelps is now battling side by side with Spider, but Phelps is on racing mediums. Spider's now got a position, he's on racing softs. That superior grip has put him in good stead to gain that position back. 5 minutes to go. So Spider's now up to 4th place. Phelps is now down to 5th. And then we've got this battle here. Frank Castle defending against the hard-charging Appa. You see Frank Castle again, he's on racing mediums as well. And Appa's on racing softs. Let's see what happens through the tunnel and down into the braking zone. Can the Alpha stick with the Honda? It can. He's not got the greatest top speed, but he's in the slipstream, so he's going to do it. But remember, those racing soft tyres should give Alpha a advantage. He's a bit too far away, not close enough. Nice tidy line though through the hairpin. He's really closed up to Frank Castle, a treat now. The rest of the field flooding through around the hairpin just behind. We'll go back to that. So here we go, Beer Phil, the Dodger, 8th and 9th. Sousa's in 10th. Right, 3 cars line astern late in the race. Rocky Rich is having a nice battle here with Sixpenny Guitar. Ricky Bobby's trying to catch up to those two. And Big Simon's trying to catch up to Ricky Bobby. So then, here we go. 4 minutes to go. The Big Mac coming down. He's built up a much bigger lead now over Campo. I think Campo's given up the fight. Probably best to preserve those tyres and hang on to second and take the points. You know, the Big Mac still needs to be careful, because if he starts picking up like the old half-second penalty here, it will just close the gap back to himself and Campo. 3 minutes to go, so there'll be this lap and one more, so we're on the penultimate lap. Campo's front left is looking very, very dicey, but he's still got quite a healthy gap between himself and the old crawler, who's in a much better position. His tyre wear is very good. Let's see what the Datsun can get up to. He's not changing up into 6th gear, up into 150s. Oh, he's changing into 6th gear now. 54. Tops out the Datsun. Michael Phelps still can't quite catch up now after a little incident with the old crawler. But the Spider's still there. The Spider's got more damage. Frank Castle still got a bit of a gap between himself and Appa. So dig deep, people. One more lap to go. Everyone's kind of line astern. If someone makes a mistake, there's a lot of positions up for grabs here between all these drivers, especially down there back in this gaggle at the back. But we'll go back up front to the Big Mac. Here he comes then. Minute and a half to go. Coming down the start-finish straight. Oh no, he's not. Where is he? Where is he? I've got that wrong. Yeah, he has gone past start-finish straight. Coming down to the hairpin, the 50p hairpin. Again, doesn't want to make any mistakes. Ooh, and that might have been one actually. He had all 4 wheels and dangerously close. Yeah, he's got a penalty. He's still too far ahead though of Campo. Oh, and he's scrubbed off even more speed now. Oh, I wish there was a timer to tell me the distance, because I think that's certainly obviously going to push him back. But Campo is just a bit too far off. And the old quarter's a bit too far off. And there's the only other battles brewing. Yep, Spider's is fighting here with Phelps. This is the last lap. 8 seconds to go. Let's go on board with the Spider, the American. Can he outbrake Phelps into the hairpin? I'm sure Phelps is going to go defensive. Yeah, he's going defensive there on the right hand side. Spider tries to cut back up underneath. Oh, he's side by side. He gets a really good drive there. But then he scrapes the walls. He might allow the Phelps to come back. I just want to go back to the guys up front though, because here we go. Where's the Big Mac? He's going to win. He's still got a half-second penalty to scrub off, and it goes off there. No, there, I should say. There it goes. But the Big Mac is going to come through for the win. Great drive there from the Big Mac. Campo had an eventful race. He's going to bring that battered Lambo back through into second. And the old crawler's into third. Spider does hang on to fourth place. He's going to take out fourth from Phelps in fifth place. Frank Castle's on fumes in sixth. Appa's in seventh. Beer Phil is going to take eighth. The Dodger ninth. Sousa's 10th. Rocky Rich, can he hang on to 11th place? Because it looks like the Sixpenny Guitar is gaining on him. Has he got enough to get to line in 11th? Yes, he has. So Rocky Rich is in 11th. Sixpenny Guitar 12th. Ricky Bobby is in 13th. Big Simon 14th. Mark is going to finish in 15th. And Wooders has retired, lagging, having issues back here in 16th. And the fastest lap was from Michael Phelps as well. So Michael Phelps had a 206.8. Good time there. So where's Mark on the track? Let's give him a bit of air time, so as it doesn't run out for me. But here we go. Mark finishes in 15th place. And there we have it. There's your race 4, or race 2 for the night. Race 4 in total. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you again soon. See you later. Bye.